Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back, and the game's been updated. I've updated my drivers and everything. I haven't played it in like a month or so since I last played it. So hopefully the games should run better. Now, the slow motion walking has fucked off, kindly. So hopefully that doesn't come back or annoy us in the near future. Let's not talk about it, otherwise it'll fucking happen. Cassandra's gone again. Which I found... Well, if we do... We just reload quick, she should appear. There you go. Quickly reloaded. And now Cassandra is where she's supposed to be. Stupid game. Pretty sure because she's always been invisible. Supposed to be here, but she never fucking is. So I think we've missed a bunch of cutscenes, I'm assuming. Did everyone else see that red thing on the screen there for a second?
You knew where Hawk was all along.
You're damned right I did.
You conniving little shit.
You kidnapped me. You interrogated me. What did you expect?
Hey, enough!
You're taking his side?
I said enough!
We needed someone to lead this Inquisition. First, Liliana and I searched for the hero of Ferelden, but he had vanished. Then, we looked for Hawk, but she was gone too. We thought it all connected, but no. It was just you. You who kept her from us.
Don't look at
The
me.
Inquisition has a leader.
Hawk would have been at the Conclave if anyone could have saved Most Holy.
What's done is done. There's no point bitching about it, love.
You can't change the past, Cassandra.
So I must accept... what? That the Maker wanted all this to happen? That he... Varric is a liar, Inquisitor. A snake. Even after the Conclave, when we needed Hawk most, Varric kept her secret.
She's with us now. We're on the same side.
We all know whose side you're on, Varric. It will never be the Inquisition's.
We need to work together, Cassandra.
Attacking him now won't help us, Cassandra.
Ha! Exactly.
And you better not be keeping anything else from us.
Ah, I understand.
He did bring Hawk. Late, perhaps, but Hawk is with us. As are you.
I keep looking at my character's face and thinking I could have got done a lot better in the character designer if I wasn't rushing.
You know what I think? If Hawk had been at the temple, she'd be dead too. You people have done enough to her.
I believed him. He spun his story for me and I swallowed it. If I just explained what was at stake, if I just made him understand. But I didn't, did I? I didn't explain why we needed Hawk. I'm such a fool.
I still like it. I don't think now's really the time for that. To be perfectly
You're too
honest.
hard on yourself, Cassandra.
Not hard enough, I think.
You can't believe that.
I want you to know, I have no regrets. Maybe if we'd found Hawk or the hero of Ferelden, the Maker wouldn't have needed to send you. But he did. I don't know how it will end, but I would have it no other way.
If we found my hero of Ferelden, then Corypheus would already be dead. It'll be a very short game, so we'll probably should be fucking thankful that he was off doing something conveniently. Anything else from Cassandra, or is reading a book?
Good book?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ah! Shit.
Yes, because I suddenly went blind.
Oh, that. Just reports from Commander Cullen.
You're an excellent liar.
It's of no interest to you, I'm certain. It's a book.
I can see that.
It's one of Varric's tales. Swords and Shields.
She reads
the
Varric's
latest
books.
chapter.
Okay.
So you like to read. What's wrong with that?
It's frivolous. There are more important things for me to do.
She's read this one 3 times.
You! I told you to stop
God,
spying!
this comes out in the middle of nowhere.
You read it out loud to me. I don't like the captain either.
I never did that. It's literature. Smutty literature. Whatever you do, don't tell Varric.
Maybe I should read that book.
You? No!
Why not me?
You're the Inquisitor.
Oh, I see.
They're terrible. And magnificent. And this one ends in a cliffhanger. I know Varric is working on the next. He must be. You could ask him to finish it. Command him to...
Command him to? I think you've gone a bit over the
Pretend
edge.
you
there.
don't know this about me.
She's a fucking fangirl. Straight to Varric with this news. Immediately straight to Varric with this news. Don't tell Varric, and then he just runs towards the keep on completely unassociated business. Varric! 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 You'll never guess what. I got scream tearing. Let's deal with that in a moment.
Cassandra's calmed down. I think you can take your hand off your crossbow.
Define calm down for me in terms of who or what she's punching right now. I wasn't trying to keep secrets. I told the Inquisition everything that seemed important at the time.
Yeah, I'll so believe you.
I know, Varric. You never would have kept quiet otherwise.
I keep hoping none of this is real. Maybe it's all some bullshit from the Fade and it'll just disappear. I know I need to do better. I'm sorry.
That's not why I'm here.
Corypheus is back. Oh, shit.
Ready? We have to go through all this gibberish before we get to the juicy stuff. You know, just drop in there somewhere. Cassandra's a fan of your books. And you'd be like, what?
You said he was a Darkspawn or a Magister. What is he really?
I'm not sure. I don't think Corypheus really knows either. He's definitely a Darkspawn, but when we found him, it was pretty obvious he hadn't heard that. He thinks he's a Magister, a priest of Dumat, in fact. He says he broke into the Golden City, like in the Chantry tale.
If you and Hawk defeated him once, we can do it again.
We didn't just think Corypheus was dead. He was dead. No pulse, no breath, full of stab wounds. There wasn't a lot of room for doubt. It makes me wonder.
Like an archdemon then,
I
he's
thought the
killed by a Grey
Wardens
Warden.
imprisoned
Likely.
Corypheus to use him. Maybe they did it because he can't be killed.
How did you and Hawk even wind up in a Grey Warden prison for ancient Darkspawn?
Corypheus sent people after Hawk. He actually got control of an entire Carta clan. Made them drink Darkspawn blood. Weird shit. We tracked the Carta to an old dwarven fort or something in the mountains. Of course, it turned out to be a trap. They needed Hawk's blood to open the locks holding Corypheus. They threw us into the prison to get it.
I was just thinking, even if the key to defeating him is a Grey Warden, then why didn't the Grey Wardens who imprisoned him just kill him? So there must be more to it than just stab at thee, if you know what I mean.
Let's hope Corypheus just turns out to be really good at playing dead.
That makes two of us. Maker's breath, what have I let loose?
You had nothing to do with this, Varric.
I was the one who led Hawk to Corypheus. If I hadn't tracked the Carta to that ruin.
They'd found a way.
But you've got more important things to do than listen to me worry. Just let me know when you want something shot.
I don't want anything shot, Varric, but if the game lets me, I want to tell you a juicy little fucking rumor, look.
What can I do for you, Inquisitor?
Wait a minute. Here we go. Cassandra wants a book.
Cassandra is waiting for the next issue of Swords and Shields.
I must have heard that wrong. It sounded like you just said that Cassandra read my books.
She's a pretty big fan, in fact.
Are we talking about the same Cassandra? Tall, grumpy seeker, like stabbing things? Wait, did you say the romance serial? Oh, she'll be waiting for a while then. I haven't finished it and wasn't planning to. That book is easily the worst I've ever written. The last issue barely sold enough to pay for the ink.
Cassandra, no wonder she was embarrassed.
Well, Cassandra seems to be hooked on it.
And I honestly thought a hole in the sky was the weirdest thing that could happen. So, you want me to finish writing the latest issue of my worst serial for Cassandra? Oh, that's such a terrible idea. I have to do it. On one condition. I get to be there when you give her the book.
Wouldn't have it any other way, Berg.
You've got a deal.
I'll get to work then. You know, the fact that the book is terrible just makes it more worthwhile somehow.
Alright, we're done there. I hope. We'll check. Pretty sure we'll.
Looking for someone to talk your ear off? I think I can oblige.
Yeah, we've already discussed most of the crap with Eric. Let's go. In advance, oh, not in advance, I've already done it a couple of times now, but I may cough on occasion. I still got the, like, remnants of my cold. It's a bitch. Is Varric going to be done with the book, like, poof? Or... Yes, he is.
What have you done now?
I get it, Seeker. You're still sore after our spat.
I'm not a child, Varric. Do not suggest I am without reason.
A peace offering. The next chapter of Swords and Shields. I hear you're a fan.
This is your doing.
Oh, yes. Do you really think I'd miss this?
Well, if you're not interested, you're not interested. Still needs editing anyhow.
Wait!
You're probably wondering what happens to the Knight Captain after the last chapter.
Nothing should happen to her. She was falsely accused.
Well, it turns out the guardsman...
Don't tell me!
This is the part where you thank the Inquisitor. I don't normally give sneak peeks, after all.
Thank you.
Varric's the one you should be thanking.
I am but a humble servant to my loyal readers.
I wonder if I have time to read the first part.
Don't forget to tell all your friends, if you have any. Completely worth it.
Completely worth the 2 seconds it took to write, apparently. Anything else from you, Cassandra?
Something is troubling me, Inquisitor. Leliana is receiving reports of mages
Something so
becoming possessed.
important, like-
Templars going rogue.
Cannot take
No
2
one
seconds
is
to look
dealing
at me
with
in the
these matters.
eyes. Come on.
I was hoping we might, before they get worse.
Sure, why not? Despite the fact that you can't even bother
We
looking
can
at
certainly look into it.
me, bitch.
I will mark these incidents on the map as I learn of them, Inquisitor.
As I stare
And
at
I
the
would
ass
be
of this
pleased to
mannequin.
accompany you if and when you investigate.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then. Yes?
There you go.
So that book you were reading.
Yes. What of it?
So under that taciturn shell beats a true romantic heart.
Why must it be an accusation? Romance is not the sole province of dithering ladies in frilly dresses. It is passion. It is being swept away by the pursuit of an ideal. What is not to like about that?
And don't get me wrong, I like this side of you.
I don't swoon.
I meant the passion.
Oh, well that's not so bad then.
You're
Is
welcome.
there
love.
anything you need?
Okay.
Do you have any advice for me?
Tell that demon, what does it call itself? Cole. Tell it to leave. He may not mean harm, but that does not mean he will not harm us. Spirits are not creatures to take at face value. Be cautious with him, Inquisitor.
That's
He's
enough
a
for now.
spirit of
Another
something
time,
that I can't
then.
remember what, but he's no threat to us. If we piss him off or he disagrees, he'd just leave.
Hey, boss.
Nope, no Ryan Ball.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking.
There's a guard dancing over there in the background. You there, guard! What are you doing? There's no time for doing the twitch, whatever the hell you're doing. Summon the war council. It's a bloody good job they all live nearby. Otherwise, we'd just be sitting there for ages trying to get shit done. Anyway, what the hell are we doing? Because I've not played this in ages. I know I did a few things on the side.
Can you arrange what we discussed earlier, Ambassador?
I found the money. The Inquisition will compensate the families of those we lost at Haven.
Thank you.
Yeah, the Exalted Plains. Activity in the west. And you got the Western Approach. And you got this one, which is Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts, which is the Empress one with the court ball and whatnot. Which I'm half tempted to go do. But at the same time, I'm half tempted to do the Ferelden side first and to get the Warden thing out of the way. Hawk has revealed that Corypheus, yeah. Yeah, we'll do this. Get the Hawk questline done. New area unlocked. Find the Warden, yes. I shall do this. Venture forth! Dorian, I don't know. Would I rather have Dorian? Dorian is an awesome character. I'd rather have him than Solus, I think. But I'm not sure exactly what traits Solus has. We'll bring Dorian with, just because he's awesome as the character. We don't necessarily need Cassandra, but we're going after Wardens, so we'll bring Blackwall. And we'll bring Varric, because I think he'll get along well with Dorian. And he knows Hawk, so... I'll go from a story standpoint. And we'll just bring Dorian, because he's awesome. I'd rather have him than Solus, as character-wise. That's because he's an elf. I'm elfist. I'm not sure if anyone's noticed as well, but the microphone should be picking up basically no background noise, other than occasionally my chair squeaking, perhaps. But I've tweaked the microphone settings quite a bit, and it shouldn't pick up nearly as much as my computer background crap noise as it previously did. Hopefully. The downside being that I have had to move the microphone a lot closer to my head in order to make it slightly, well... It was really quiet where it was before.
Good to see you safe, Inquisitor. We've got trouble ahead.
And not dressed, apparently.
If you're on edge, I should alert the entire Inquisition.
Or increase my hazard pay. That's an option.
Are things that bad?
Alright, you could have got dressed for the weather, Inquisitor.
Oh.
Crestwood was the site of a flood 10 years ago during the Blight. It's not the only rift in the area, but after it appeared, corpses started walking out of the lake.
Yeah.
You'll have to fight through them to get to the cave where Sir Hawk's Grey Warden friend is hiding.
I'm not flirting with the dwarf.
Have any undead attacked the camp?
We've had a few shamblers, but most head toward the village below. Maybe someone in Crestwood can tell you how to get to the rift in the lake. Maker knows they'll want help. Good luck, and please be safe.
Okay. Why am I in, like, Inquisitor armor? You got the Epic Tower Shield, which is the one I made. And you got the Templar's Fist, which is that one. For some reason I wasn't wearing my armor.
Batch for you.
What is it?
This may be worthwhile.
It never is, love. Okay, let's look around, shall we? Stillwater's undead have terrorized, help Crestwood fight back against the undead. Alright, we're heading in this direction then. Whoa.
There must be a way to get to the rift in the lake.
Does that rift mean water is pouring into the Fade right now?
Maybe the locals will lend us a boat.
Or we could just nick this one. There's some enemies up here and an objective, so perhaps we can save a few people.
One less to worry about.
I'd go back to the village, miss. These roads are...
The Grey Wardens thank you for your aid, Inquisitor.
What are you doing in Crestwood?
A warden named Stroud is wanted for questioning. We heard he'd passed through here, but the villagers knew nothing. They have troubles enough.
What have you been told about this rogue warden?
Warden Commander Clarell ordered his capture.
More importantly, what the fuck is your friend
no
doing?
more than that. I hope Sir Stroud
Moving
comes with
very
us
slowly.
peacefully. I trained under him for a time. He's a good man, I'm sure of that.
Will you stay to fight the undead here?
My orders forbid it. Crestwood was only a detour.
Is that all the aid we can offer these people?
If the Inquisition can help, I beg you to do what you can. The villagers have already lost too many.
My hero for all and one of those
Farewell.
killed them on the way to doing
Farewell.
stuff, dude. Be it for loot and money, but he'd still have done it.
Are you sure we can't help the village?
Our orders are clear. If we can't find Warden Stroud, we return to the commander with all haste.
Still don't feel right.
No, but if we can't, there's likely harder decisions to
None of those wardens mentioned a new leader. I don't think they're part of Corypheus's plot to seize the Order.
I didn't want to say much in case they were, but I think you're right.
I hope Hawk's warden friend has answers for us.
Can't I take this shit then? I was like it mentioned. If you look at the mini-map, by the way, but look at the mini-map, it shows up with a little flashing dots where stuff is. This place is just fucking gloomy, isn't it? It's fucking gloomy. It's fucking gloomy as hell.
Undead by the gates.
Ready when you are.
Maker, it's the Inquisitor.
And it's a merry crew.
On their way to the lake. One more for me. Thanks for your help, but I fear we haven't seen the end of these creatures.
Yeah, you never do.
How many did we lose?
Why doesn't Judith live in the village while this is going on? Maker, if something happens...
Let me
Are you
guess.
looking for
Find your
someone
wife.
named Judith?
Oh, was I speaking out loud? Judith lives outside the village. I asked her to hide here when the undead came, but she wouldn't hear it.
Why wouldn't she hide where it's safer?
Likes her space, she says. I told Judith my house was big enough. Me and the boy could sleep in the barn if she wanted room.
I think she just doesn't
turned
like
me
you,
down.
mate.
Good day to you.
And to you.
Go away!
Holy crap! That's a fucking large piece of cheese! What appears to be, that's clearly an Easter egg of some description. But obviously, I mean, otherwise that's just a very large random piece of cheese with what appears to be photos. Or art or something, I don't know. Still. Let me in! Let me in! Let me in!
Are the corpses still out there?
No! Ah, fine. Leave him in there.
Please! The mayor could use your assistance.
The Inquisitor? Oh, Mayor Dedrick of Crestwood Village. At your service, despite everything. Are you here to stop the undead?
We will, right? I mean, these people are terrified.
The undead are appearing because of a rift in the Fade. How can I get to it?
The light in the lake? It's coming from the caves below Old Crestwood. Darkspawn flooded it 10 years ago during the Blight. Wiped out the village, killing the refugees we took in.
I saw a dam. If we use it to drain the lake, I can get to that Fade rift.
Drain the... There must be some other way.
Your people are frightened, and they're tired. Let us help.
You'd have to evict the bandits in the old fort to use the dam. I can't ask you to risk your life.